I'm Navya Reddy. I'm a 2023 pass out from ABBS and I'm currently working as Threat Intelligence Associate at FICO in Bangalore. My role mainly revolves around analyzing threats and understanding the attacker behavior and helping organization. Cybersecurity for me isn't just a job. It's something I really enjoy. ABBS is the one which actually introduced me to cybersecurity through the workshops. Start unsure, make mistakes, enjoy the journey, and grow into the person you're meant to become.
Hi, I welcome you to Changemakers by ABBS podcast. Thank you so much for joining us in today.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
So before we get into the actual conversation, would you mind letting us know a bit about yourself, your journey so far, and also the work that you do?
Yeah, sure. I'm Navya Reddy. I'm a 2023 pass out from ABBS and I'm currently working as Threat Intelligence Associate at FICO in Bangalore. My role mainly revolves around analyzing threats and understanding the attacker behavior and helping organization to stay a step ahead from the real world attacks. Cybersecurity for me isn't just a job. It's something I really enjoy. I have been thinking or dreaming about this job from my bachelor's, and so I have chosen my specialization in cybersecurity in my master's. Yeah, this is what I have been doing, and this is what I love to do always. And apart from work, I love dancing, teaching, and engaging with people. I really enjoy creative spaces as much as technical ones.
So, I really like to know because cybersecurity is something, it doesn't only come from passion. There must be a hidden story behind it why someone choose cybersecurity as a career option. So, what inspired you to choose cybersecurity as your career path?
Yeah. If I have to be completely honest, it actually started during my BC at ABBS. Our faculty used to conduct really engaging workshops on cybersecurity, and I remember being genuinely curious during those sessions. That's when I thought, why not give this a try and see if I actually enjoy it. So I started exploring on my own, doing few certifications, learning the basics, and the more I learned, the more clarity I gained. I realized this wasn't just, interesting. It was something I could see myself building a career in. That's when I decided to specialize in cybersecurity during my MCA. And from there, the journey became more intentional. Sometimes it all takes that one spark. That one spark was workshops and ABBS.
Right. So there is a term in cybersecurity called as threat intelligence. So I would like you to address this for our audience. What threat intelligence is exactly mean, and how does threat intelligence help prevent real world cyber attacks?
Yeah. Threat intelligence is basically about understanding the attackers before they strike. I mean, before they attack, we are understanding the patterns. Instead of waiting for a cyber attack to happen and then reacting, we study patterns like how phishing campaigns are designed and what kind of malware is trending now and what kind of industries are being targeted. By analyzing this kind of information, organizations can strengthen their defenses proactively. So in simple terms, it's like having early warning signals. We don't just fight the fires. We try to predict where the fire may start. Yeah, this is how the threat intelligence work. It's like the intelligence on beforehand. We act proactively. Yeah.
Yeah. So not only like defensive, this technology helps us to prevent that attack itself.
Yes.
Beforehand. Yeah. Right. So we all face toughest part in our career journey. Any time in our career journey. So what was that toughest moment in your career journey so far? How did you overcome that part?
Yeah, I think the toughest phase in my journey was right after I got placed after my first semester in my master's. Suddenly, I had to manage both my academics and my professional life at the same time. Balancing assignments, exams, and real world responsibilities wasn't easy. There were days it felt overwhelming. On top of that, I was the junior most person in my team, and it felt overwhelming to me. I couldn't handle both the tasks at the same time. I have deadlines in my college also, and I have deadlines in office. It's like I had to work till 11 p.m. in office and come back to my home and then study for exams the next day. But during all these things, what really helped me was the support system that I had in my office, be it my director or teammates or my friends, my family and my college mates. They were incredibly supportive. I couldn't thank them enough. I never got that opportunity to thank them enough. They were actually the backbone for me. With the help of them, I crossed that phase. Everything was perfect, and I secured my gold medal in my MCA. That was the proudest moment for me, and that whole phase, I realized, challenges were never meant to break you. It meant to stretch you. It actually tests your confidence, or it actually tests your willpower. We have to stay there. Now we have to hold on. Time will come. Patience and confidence. That's it. And that phase taught me, growth doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when we decide not to give it up. That's it.
Great, lovely. Actually, this family support, friend support, all the, like I believe that these are invisible power, but that stays with us and that actually motivates us to do what we want.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay. So, which cyber threat today worries you the most and why?
Yeah, one of the threats that concern me the most today is advanced social engineering attacks, especially AI-driven deepfakes, social engineering attacks. This has become more trending, or if I have to tell in few words, it's very lately it's very dominant. Attackers are no longer they are sending just random emails or spam mails. They're using AI to craft highly personalized messages that look extremely real. What makes this dangerous is it's not in technology, it's in us. It's in the human trust. We can do anything. We can invest so much money or so much power in the technology, and we can make it better. But it's never like it's investing in the human trust. It's one single click from a human being or any employee or any random person can put your organization at risk. So that's why awareness, training, and proactive threat intelligence are becoming more important than ever. It's like we have to be aware. Of course, everyone knows about what kind of scams are happening regarding the UPI scams or team fake scams, CEO scams. Everything, especially AI becoming more prominent here. People are using it more in a negative way than in the positive way. So we have to educate ourselves and educate our family and friends not to not fall for it. Yeah.
Wow, absolutely. So, how ABPS shaped your foundation before you moved into cybersecurity, advanced cybersecurity studies?
ABBS played a key role in introducing me to cybersecurity. ABBS is the one which actually introduced me to cybersecurity through the workshops. During my BCM, the workshops conducted by the faculty gave me the first real exposure to the field. That's where I started understanding that the cybersecurity isn't just technical, it's more about strategic and impactful. Those sessions pushed me to explore further on my own, which led me to pursue certifications and then eventually my specialization in cybersecurity during my MCA. So I would say ABBS didn't just educate me or didn't just give me a degree, it gave me a direction for the future.
Wow, great to know that. So, what advice would you give to students who want to become change makers in tech and cybersecurity?
Honestly, ABBS gave me some of the most beautiful moments of my life. My friends, faculty, events, dance performances, fests, everything. But beyond the memories, what it truly gave me was confidence. I learned to put myself out there without hesitation, whether it was dance, debates, seminars, volunteering, fashion shows, or intercollege fest. I never held myself back from the opportunities. That environment made me believe in myself. It helped me step forward instead of waiting to be chosen. And I think that confidence or the ability to say yes to opportunities played a huge role in shaping who am I today. Sometimes, it's college doesn't just give you degrees, as I said, it gives you the courage to become who you are today.
Exactly. So, what would be your advice to the students?
My advice would be really simple. You have to start exactly when you're not sure. You will never feel 100% ready. That is how I used to feel when I was in my bachelor's. I used to think there would be a perfect time, coming to me, or I should be waiting for the perfect time to begin or something like that. But it's never like that. You will always feel unready. It's not like you will never feel 100% ready. And if you keep waiting for that moment and you will never begin, it is just,
Yeah.
waste of time. It's like waste of your potential. So put yourself out there. Don't hold back from opportunities that come your way. It's like, okay, I want this thing, so I don't want this thing. No, opportunities are going to give or teach you or give you something valuable. You have to, open your doors for opportunities. And and honestly, make mistakes in college life. Make countless mistakes during your college life, because this phase will never come back. The more mistakes you make, the more mistakes you correct. That is how, experienced or resilient you become. Nothing teaches you better than your own mistakes. My director now, the VP, my senior director in my office, he always tells this thing, make more mistakes, and then only you will learn or you'll get experience. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, And to be honest, ABBS life is unique. The friendships, the events, the chaos, the fun, it's beautiful phase. Once you step in outside of it, or once you step into corporate world, things will change. It's structured, it's professional, and it won't feel the same. So experience everything while you are in the college. Participate, explore, take risk, and enjoy it fully, and graduate without any regrets. So if I have to cut it very short, start unsure, make mistakes, enjoy the journey, and grow into the person you're meant to become. That's it.
All right, that was a lovely message of your say. And all right, it was really an insightful conversation. And thank you so much for joining us in today.
Thank you. Thank you, Neeta. Thank you for having me.